Hello, Tea Treats. Welcome to episode 7 of Nightcap with Sweet Tea. So, tonight we are going to talk to boys to men. Yes, I have boys to men in my home, you guys. So, we have Deuce, aka, well, he's Tracy, aka Deuce. And we have Corey tonight. So, come on in, fellas. Come join me.
AKA Montana.
AKA Crazy Montana. How y'all doing?
I'm fine, living. Are you good?
Yeah. So, bro. Okay, bro. Yeah, bro. Oh, we practice our little. So, welcome to Nightcap with Sweet Tea. This is your first time.
Mm-hmm.
He's a star. He's been here a couple of times.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we're gonna I'm gonna talk to these guys tonight. I don't feel like the youth get enough spotlight, and these young guys have been doing a lot with their lives already. You know, at such a young age, and I just wanted to spotlight them on this podcast. So, y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right. So first, tell our viewers how you guys how did you meet? Like, what is the relationship?
I say it. Alright, so we first moved around here.
12 years ago.
Right. We met in middle school. That was our first time meeting each other, right?
What?
And we was some knuckleheads. We was hard-headed, off the chain.
So y'all met in middle school.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Shout out to MacArthur Middle.
Yeah, shout out MacArthur. It's a lot of
MacArthur
history in
Middle.
that school right there.
man.
Whew.
So
Yeah.
it was a clique called Kid Squad.
Oh, he came in all the way out. Oh, man.
It was a clique called
Okay.
Kid
I
Squad.
don't know about this, so I'm learning.
Ran by yours truly, right? So I knew about it, and how me and him had our first interaction. I would always wear a vest, a polo vest, and he was trying to joan on me and try to say it was fake. It wasn't fake, but it was real. So it had a little red polo horse right here, a little one, and it was a black vest. So he was trying, let me see that joning on me. And then he had these gloves on, these Spider-Man gloves on. It was cold outside, right? He had them on backwards. The webs were supposed to be on the palm, but he had them right here. So he's squaring up with me, throwing shadow punches. They don't touch me, but in my head, I'm like, man, this dude hit me. I'm gonna wear him out here. We was outside as soon as we got off the buses, right? He's swinging. He hit me. He went across my chin, right? Went across my chin. I'm like, man, but I ain't do nothing because he had a whole bunch of men behind him. So I said, all right. So I'm like, all right, I ain't even about to. But he's like, my bad, bro. My fault. You can get your hit back.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's good. You good. He's like, nah, you can get your hit back. Go ahead. We gonna get even. So I told myself, I'm not gonna hit him back because if I hit him back, I'm gonna hit him real hard. Probably, you know what I'm saying? Hurt him. So I ain't want no problems with nobody. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna take this one on the chin and I'm gonna retreat. That was our first interaction with each other.
Just to mention, I don't remember this, but I know it's true because I used to do dumb stuff like that at middle school. Like,
So what grade was this?
Sixth grade.
Sixth grade.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
6th grade, you're 12 years old.
Yeah. 12 years old.
Okay, and now you guys are 22, so
10 years
sheesh.
ago.
10 years
Yeah,
ago.
like
So
10.
y'all been friends for 10 years. What makes y'all so close? Like, what is y'all relationship now?
At first,
When did we get close?
we got 11. Because,
okay, so you met in 6th grade, middle school, and then y'all didn't get close until high school, like almost at the end of high school.
It was-
okay, I didn't
yeah.
know that. Okay.
So like, I don't really like people because I could see through all the, bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
But out of the group, he was the most solid ones. When I was going through my trials and tribulations, everybody else, they just look like, oh, he just talking, he just going, but Deuce, he a stand up guy.
Mm.
You know, I don't really, to this day, I only move with him and, the other one out here, Fleet, we call him Fleet. He ain't here right now, but that's all I move with, because I don't trust him.
Okay.
So,
what was it about him that, like, specifically that made you know, like, this dude real, like, I can rock with him?
It's countless events. I can't even speak on, but, but like.
Okay, so there were actual situations you were in, and you knew from those situations
Yes.
that this dude is
like my senior year of high school, that's when we locked in.
Y'all became blood.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I know that both of you guys have. I know you're only 22, but I know that you have been through a lot, even at this young age. So, what are some of the stresses that you guys face at this point in your life?
Guidance.
Guidance.
Trying to do our Father's work that they should have did for us.
Say that again.
Trying to do our Father's work they should have did for us growing up. Like trying to find ourselves, our masculine side. Well, at least I'm speaking for myself. Because growing up with your mother, she can only do so much. So like, how can I say this? Teaching yourself how to be a man. Yeah, later in life, it's tough. It's tough because
wow.
And I can say, I didn't think that it would have. I didn't think that it affected me until I turned like 15.
Yeah.
That's when I noticed. Like my hormones was going crazy, and I didn't have nobody to really go to talk about certain stuff. So I suppressed it. I suppressed it. And which wasn't a good idea. I just started speaking and vocalizing my emotions and just speaking out. Because at first I just wouldn't say nothing to have an attitude, walk around moping, pouting.
Definitely changed.
And
bro.
you can tell.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was showing, but you could from what everybody else was saying, you can tell that it was something bothering me or something was going on.
And as an adult, I know that all of us go through that, though. It's not just because of that one isolated situation that you didn't feel like you had someone, a male, that you had a safe place with. When you're that age, you're trying to figure out things. You're trying to, who am I? Your body's feeling all crazy. Like, that's male and female.
Okay.
So it's not just because of that particular reason. It's your hormones you're trying to find yourself. You're going into a whole different part of life at that point. So was it that you guys felt like you didn't have a role model, a male that you felt safe with talking to? Because I'm sure there were males around you.
Yeah,
How do you decide, or why didn't you decide that this person is safe to talk to? What was it that made you feel like I can't?
From my perspective, I was thinking my father should have been that person. So if he can't do it, I didn't feel comfortable going to anybody else. Why? I don't know. I don't know why. It just dawned on me like, nah, my father should be the one teaching me this. My father should be the one showing me the way of living as a man out here.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So how do you guys handle stress? Like when you're stressed now, what are your stress relievers?
Go ahead, bro. I'll go after you.
It's different avenues that I take. My main go-to is music. Either I make a song, I listen to one of my songs that I already made before, whether it's out or if it's unreleased, or I listen to somebody else's song that I can relate to. That's one of my go-tos, and another, I have to sit and do nothing. In other words, I meditate.
Okay.
I meditate and just feel. I'll feel it, and once I feel it, it'll just pass on its own. Not saying that it's not going to come back, but for that time being, I let it come and go, or I just leave. I remove myself from the situation, go outside, take a walk, or go for a drive. you know what I'm saying, find a peace of mind.
To me, that's major, what you just said, because there's so many of us, and I'm speaking in general. I love his outlook on that and the way he decides to deal with that, because some of us, a lot of us, turn to things that are not going to help the situation and numbs it at the time, or band-aid it at the time, and then once that time is over, yeah, the problems and stresses are still there, but then you get deeper into substance abuse, alcoholism, being a hoe, being a dog, just turn into things that's not gonna resolve the issue or the stress at the time. So I love the fact that he said, and I've learned this in my therapy session, the fact that he sits in it and he feels it. Because a lot of times our go-to is to suppress it because we don't like feeling that. We don't like feeling sad. We don't like feeling stressed. We don't like feeling like we don't have control. And so we do things that, may not make it, could possibly make it worse. So I didn't know this. I'm learning a lot already in these these first couple of minutes. So that's good. What about you, Corey? How do you typically handle stress?
Journaling.
That's a good one.
I go to therapy. I'm a huge advocate on therapy now. At first, I didn't like it because I didn't know about it. But then once you put in that situation, you like, wow, I needed this. Meditation, like, bro, you gotta feel, you gotta go through it. I like talking. I like talking. As you know, I like talking about my problems because I don't like overthinking things. I like nipping it in the bud so I can just go on with my life.
So I can say already, they're definitely on a positive path because our black men suppress. And I'm speaking in general. I'm not saying this is all black men, but most of our black men don't verbalize their issue. They'll just suppress it and don't deal with it, and it comes out in other ways. So kudos to y'all. Like, I feel like there had to be something, maybe something y'all read or something. I may not been a physical male, but it's something that because that's not a natural thing to just try to figure this thing out. And you guys seem like you have the tools to figure this thing out, which is amazing.
Took some time,
great. Yeah. And it's still like you're still so young, so you're still want to figure out ways, and that's good. So, as a young kid, I'm sure y'all had dreams. What were y'all dreams when as young as you can remember?
With me, I'm doing it right now.
What's that?
Making music, expressing myself because my father had, how many sons he got? I don't even know. It was a rap. So like each one of them was sports. I ain't like that. So he noticed I was the artsy one, and I wouldn't necessarily say I want to be a rapper or nothing when I was young. I just wanted to express myself. That was the only way I knew how to express myself. And now it's like what I'm doing now is money's coming back. Not saying I'm doing it for money, but it's like I'm really living the dream. But
it's like icing on the cake.
Yeah, going, living it. You realize it's not about you though. It's about helping people. I inspired half of this area to do music. That's a fact. And I don't speak on that because I sound like I'm bragging. But once I sit back and realize, either they say you inspire me, or they say little, hateful way, but I still inspire them. Right. So that was my dream, but it is my dream. And traveling, getting away from it, just seeing the world. That's it.
It's a big one out there.
Yeah.
There's so much to see, so much to experience. Who was your your inspiration in music or rapper?
To be honest, I just got into rap music in middle school. My mother, she used to she played like oldies, like Luther Vandross, and not just black people, but like Queen and Hall and Oates. So I was doing like rock and roll 70s. To answer your question though, my mother's a huge Prince fan, so like Prince inspired me to do a lot. But my rapper, I couldn't answer that question. It's a rapper.
Okay.
It's a rapper.
Okay.
dreams. I wanted to be a mechanic in elementary school. I don't know why.
Wow.
I wanted to be a mechanic, and then I got into art class, and it caught my interest. So I wanted to do graphic design because people say I can draw, but I don't think I can draw. It's not good enough for me. So I wanted to do graphic design, but I just didn't like school. Couldn't stand school. Could not stand school at all. So I didn't even want. Believe it or not, I never wanted to do nothing with music.
That's a fact.
I never wanted to do anything with music.
That's a fact.
Even after I met him, he was the one that got me into music.
That's a fact.
He kind of like forced me to like record a song. And I didn't want to, but he told me, like, go ahead and try, bro. And he said I did way better than he thought.
And the rest is history.
The rest is
Yeah,
history.
the rest is
So
history.
that was it. We shot our first, and I was, the reason why I kept recording was to promote his music.
Nah, that's a fact.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
he
only
lied.
thing. We started doing something called Dos Montanas. It started out as EPs, then it went to little mixtapes, and we shot our first video. That did 20,000 views on YouTube, and then our second video, the videographer told us to our face that I need to go ahead and do my own thing.
Yeah.
I wasn't rocking with it, and then him and our manager said, no, you need to go ahead and do your own thing. And that's when the rest is history. So.
Okay. So where do you guys see yourselves in 5 years?
Better financial situation,
What does that look like?
money for the rainy days.
Okay.
Not even that, just different sources of income. Also, in a different environment other than Maryland.
Moving to another state?
Yeah,
another
moving
country?
another state, another state. When it comes to kids, I don't see myself with how old? 22, 5 years. I'd be 27. I don't know. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Okay.
But just making the dream more of a reality. So, yeah. I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
You did. Yeah. Some more stability.
Yeah, stability.
Yeah.
There we go.
But I see myself in 5 years financially unbreakable.
Yeah.
Not financially stable, financially unbreakable. To the point where everything is passive. I'm not physically there to make the money's gonna make itself. So if he called me, hey bro, let's go to Miami right now, I can go. And while I'm on vacation, I'm still making money. The money gonna be making itself. That's my main focus right now, is passive income. I don't want to work. I don't want to be there physically for nothing. I want it all to be on autopilot. My clothing brand is going to be on autopilot. Everything is just going to be on autopilot, and I'm going to be gone. Family going to be good. I'm going to be gone. 5 years.
What kind of vehicle I have in 5 years?
Okay, that.
The Audi
That
SUV.
Audi SUV.
Audi SUV. What do relationships mean to you guys? And I'm not just meaning like intimate, like I mean relationships period, family relationships, relationship with friends, relationship with family, relationship with women, whatever. What does it mean to you? What does relationships mean to you?
Loyalty over love. Loyalty over love. Loyalty over love. Because I done had people that love me, but put that knife in me. But then I had people, for instance, one rapper said like, your enemy's gonna show loyalty in a way because they gonna show that they loyally your enemy. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel. Because even family members, did me wrong. And the older I get, I realize that love word is just used loosely. You know what I'm saying? So that's my answer right there. Loyalty over
Unconditional love.
yeah. Okay.
And loyalty.
That's what relationships mean to you.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's unconditional. Just love me unconditionally.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a human. I mess up, and I mess up a lot.
Yeah.
And I like taking heed to when I mess up because that's a lesson for me.
Yeah.
I like when people tell me when I'm wrong, and I'm actually wrong, and you know what I'm saying. I actually take heed to it and figure out what I can do to fix it so that it don't happen again.
So accountability.
Accountability.
Do you guys have a hero? If so, who would that hero be?
Bro.
I was thinking that.
Deuce.
I was thinking
That's
that.
one of them.
I ain't want to be soft though. So yeah, that's my hero right there. My dog right there.
And my uncles.
Your uncles?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they seen the areas where I needed a father, and they did their best to step. Mm-hmm.
Okay. What are some things that make y'all happy?
Family. Not even just blood, but like family. Just being around good vibes, trying new things, music. Not even just, just the art of music.
Mm-hmm.
What makes me? Over the years, kids make me happy.
Okay.
I learned to like stop fighting that and just accept it, because I see myself in each one of them, and they just keep me young because they so pure.
They do have an innocence to them. They
Right.
have no clue what's ahead. No clue.
And brutally honest too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know what makes you happy?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel misunderstood?
All the time.
25/8, 7
By
days
who?
a week.
The word.
Like give a couple examples of when you felt misunderstood.
Man.
Because things are so different. My generation trying to understand, y'all's generation. I can easily see where the disconnect can be.
Yeah. The first time that I felt misunderstood was when I was working in dialysis. I had a nose ring, and one of the patients told me I need to take it out. Didn't even tell me like, I don't know about. She said, no, you need to take that out, because in my culture, I believe she was Indian.
Mm-hmm.
No disrespect, I don't know for sure, but I think she was Indian if I'm not mistaken. But she said, in my culture, we don't do that. I'm like, oh wow. So that was the first time I actually felt misunderstood. Another was when I said I no longer submit to a religion. And he was like, oh, you don't believe in Jesus is that. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to anybody that submits to a religion. It's just not my preference. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I do believe in a higher power for sure. I believe in I call him the Most High, or it. I don't. It's a he or she. I don't know. It's just I know it's a higher power though.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's really the main thing. When I spoke out about that,
Yeah.
that was when I realized I don't know. I can't even formulate into words.
Religion, spirituality, religion. I don't really like have conversations with people about religion, because you believe what you believe, I believe what I believe. We're gonna agree to disagree. You go your way, I go. Like, I'm not. Politics and religion is just two things that I'm not going to debate.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I believe in. I know where I stand firm. So, this would be a situation where, okay, we'll agree to disagree. I'm still a believer. I'm a Christian. I identify with that. And I'm good. Like, we don't have to go round and round. I don't have to prove or make a point with this. I'm right because of X, Y, and Z. And, you do what your heart feels. You do what your soul feels. And wherever your soul leads you, that's up to you and that higher power.
Mm-hmm.
You
my bad.
feel misunderstood. No, that's
I was
okay.
thinking. I was in deep thought.
That's okay.
Two things. When I started going to college, that was like, oh my God, like I shot somebody. And it was like, why you stop? I'm like, I don't know. I just don't feel like I need it right now. And now that I look back, it was part of the journey. Like it just. My mind just wanted to not think about school because we just got out of school, and when you graduate high school, it's just like, well, at least for me, it was like this slight depression because it's like, oh, we out on the road. It's not, no guidelines. Because in school, you got, do this, you get the A, then you go to the next grade. And another thing was
reality hit you like it's real, man.
Yeah,
it's about to get real.
It's about to get real.
Facts.
And the next thing was being vocal with my emotions. Because in the black community,
they're hushed.
Yeah, especially for a young black man, you show one sign of, emotions, you weak, So that's when I was meant to, oh, you soft, you sweet, because you talk. I'm like, nah, but now people starting to realize that's not good to tell people because we human,
Yeah.
So
and you have emotions, and it's okay.
I got one more. When I started getting all these tattoos,
that too.
Misunderstood. I got looked at as a thug, but that doesn't. A tattoo doesn't make.
And what's crazy is, what does white people get looked at as when they are tatted up? What are they?
Right. Exactly.
So it is a double standard, but we already know, that's the world we live in, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
What causes you guys to be angry? What is something that would cause you to be angry?
Miscommunication. Oh my gosh.
Miscommunication and false identity. Like you mess with me, but behind closed doors, you don't mess with me. Hidden agendas. There we go. That. Like, cause I love her. We both love her. We have big hearts, and people, just want to mess with you to be nosy, or they just bored. Don't mess with me because you bored. I'm not the one. I value my time.
And liars.
And
I just anybody who know me knows that I don't tolerate that line. I stop talking to somebody, period, because they lied to me.
Are these white lies or lies? Big lies?
If somebody lied to me, I look at it like, if you're going to lie to me about something small, if it's like a slight little...
If you understand the lie.
Right.
Okay.
But if somebody lied to me about something small that you didn't have to lie about, you will lie to me about something big.
That's upsetting.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
That's upsetting right there.
What are some fears?
The Most High. I'm scared of the Most High, and I fear of not being able to provide for my family.
Yeah.
And one more, not fulfilling my purpose while I'm here on this earth.
Well, you're fulfilling it already. Like, you're already walking in it. So, the Most High will take you to however far He wants you to go. Now, that's clarifying when you say family, because He doesn't have kids. So, who is family?
My mother and my sister.
Who's your mother? Like, is she sitting here?
You asked me.
I know. I didn't know if you would say you. Like, you have another mother or me?
I had two mothers, but the mother I'm talking about is this mother right here, and my sister, and my father.
Okay.
My fears, like bro said, I fear the Most High, and I don't know. 2020 made me face my fears. Like, I used to fear a lot. People opinions, putting people's feelings before mine. I don't give a fuck. Sorry.
No.
I just don't. So, yeah, it's the Most High. And, I don't know. I haven't really been scared enough lately. Because I just, like I said, I nip it in the bud because I feel like fear control you. I don't like being controlled.
Yeah. I agree with that. Fear does and can definitely hold you bondage.
I want to add on to that too. When you said family, my future significant other as well.
I think that's understood, though. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I would hope that as a man,
Right.
that's one of the things you would take care of. So, with that being said, what are your thoughts on soulmates or true love? What do y'all feel about that?
Dang.
I got a twin. I got this tatted on me, a twin flame. Cause I feel like I met my twin flame.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I met my soulmate. It's just we both got some growing up to do. That's all for the most part. What was the question again?
What do you feel about soulmates and true love?
I think it's very important that I think with true love, I think y'all gotta be on the same page.
Yeah.
So it has to be an understanding, communication, and comprehension is a big thing when it comes to that, because you can communicate all day, but if I'm not comprehending what you're saying, it's not gonna go nowhere. You know, so it's best to be on the same page. I personally don't like arguing, so if it's an argument, we can come back and talk about it later as adults, because then we both can laugh at it. Oh, you saw your face, you was looking stupid. We can laugh at it. You know, I'm that type. I'm that type. I'm goofy. I'm silly. But I digress. But overall, I think with that, you just gotta be transparent, honest, and you gotta just be on the same page, all around the board, all around the board. Because once you start getting sneaky and hiding stuff, that's when stuff just go downhill. Just keep it 100 from the jump, out the gate.
One more time. What's the question? Sorry.
What are your thoughts on soulmates or true love?
I feel like love is it's part of human nature. You're gonna fall in love, but when it comes to the soulmate, I feel like you meet your soulmate, and then that's when the phrase if it's true love, it'll come back. And why you this is a touchy subject, but hey, alright, look. So this girl told me one time, she looked me in my eyes and was like, I think you my soulmate. I'm like, I don't want to hear that shit, bro. I don't want to hear that. But I've been messing her ever since our little situation. But when it comes to your soulmate, I feel like you have to go through other people. You got to learn yourself before you get a soulmate. That's what I think. And then, like a twin flame, that's when y'all come back together. So that's my take on that. You got to learn how to love yourself before you can love anybody else. Because I was too codependent on her. And like when she first left, I was like, oh, you know, I was being selfish. Like, nah, don't leave. But then I realized, like, she didn't leave me in a wild way. Like, yeah, just it was all love at the end. She's like, I just feel like you should focus on yourself. But you know, when you thinking with your heart, like, I don't want to hear that. That's just you know. But now I see why she did that, because I still got a lot of learning and self-healing to do, and you know, because she was one of them. Well, she's one of them peaceful, spiritual people, and she taught me a lot about the world. So that's why she touched my heart. So
I love the fact that you guys are so in touch with yourselves. Like you recognize, you know, that I need to grow in this area before I can, you know. I know 45-year-old men that aren't there yet, 50-year-old men that aren't there yet. So I love that you guys are already so in touch with yourselves. So what do you feel about marriage?
See, marriage, I didn't really see marriage as growing up. So it's like, it's a bunch of negative relationships. But I only know one married person in my family. And they're doing good. But like, it's rare. But seeing myself married, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know.
You'll know when she comes.
Okay.
You'll know when she comes.
I would like to marry, but like I said, I would want us to be at an understanding as it's just a merge, and I don't think nothing's going to change. I think once I lock once I lock in with a female, with the female that is meant for me, I think it's already gonna be merged, but without the official merge title to it. You know what I'm saying? So all it is just gonna be a ring, and that's it. The ring just gonna be a ring, but we already gonna be locked in.
So that's a whole nother podcast, we can go deep with that. I think it boils down to beliefs as far as that part.
Right.
I was just having a little bit of a debate with someone just Saturday night that said marriage is just a piece of paper, and I disagree with that. I think just a little bit, I'm not going to go deep. I think marriage is more meaningful. I think that's when two people have a solid agreement that we're locked in, and it's more than just a ring. It's more than just a piece of paper. You make vows before the Most High in your case, God in my case, and you try to live that through. So, but that's a whole nother thing. What motivates you?
Bettering myself. Every single day, I want to better myself.
But what gives you that motivation
To be honest, them dark days, them dark times I went through, like, I'm never losing myself again over nobody.
That's major.
None of that.
That's major.
So that's in simple terms that, and inspiring my like the youth, inspiring the youth to be, because we didn't really have that growing up, and I didn't realize how many people look at us, even the grown, like the older generation look at us like, y'all doing that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I do it for myself because I like to look in the mirror and talk nice about myself. Simple as that.
I'm self-motivated. I'm self-motivated because my family history. I don't want to live like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to struggle. I want to live like how I want to live it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just want not even financial freedom. I just want to be financially unbreakable. I just want to get up and go. If we want to go to Top Golf one day, I just want to just go ahead and go. That's what I'm striving for. You know, I want to own properties so that the tenants is paying the mortgage for me and then some. You know, so I want to own multiple properties, so and have multiple houses in different areas. So we can go to Miami, we can go to Dubai, we can go wherever, and we good. We don't got to pay for no hotel because I already got a spot there. It's just self motivation. I just don't want to live how I see everybody else living in my family.
You're right, because growing up, majority of my family argued about money, and that's why I think I'm scared. Like, okay, to go back. I do have one fear, but I'm working on that as we speak. Money, like being so controlling of money, because like I'm gonna lose it. Because that's all I seen growing up. Like we gotta save our money. And I'm like, I see how that affects me now. But I'm working on that. That's about to be scratched off my fierceness. It's only one. That's it. So.
And I wanna develop the knowledge to the point where I can teach my family how to run a business without me even being there, so that the business carries for generational wealth. That's what I want going on. You know, I want to leave something here, so when I'm gone, they know, the Fitzgerald family, they speak highly of us because this something that we done built. Exactly.
Okay.
I like that.
Leaving a legacy. What are some weaknesses and strengths that you guys have?
My strengths is knowing my weaknesses. I can't do everything.
Yeah.
I need help. When it comes to sometimes I need help with songs. I can't edit my video. I can edit my videos, but I need help on it. Somebody need to shoot my videos. I need help. It was a weakness for me for a long time. I didn't know how to vocalize my. I didn't know how to express myself. Somebody was able to help me get through that. What else is a weakness? I still need to learn how to. It's just I just know what I need to learn, and yeah, pretty much I just know what I need to. I need help. I don't know who can help me or where to seek it at, but I do know I need help in certain areas of my life. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that was a good answer right there. My weaknesses is trying to see the good in everybody. I don't feel like that's a weakness. I take that back. My weakness is trying to make everybody happy.
People pleaser.
Yeah. And back to the girl who you talking about, she used to always say, I'm not about to dim my light to make other people's light shine. Now I see what she talking about. So I'm like, what are you talking about? And it's starting to come, because see me, I just want everybody to be happy, but it don't work like that. And I'll put them before myself. And I've been doing good with that, but recently, I don't know, life is in cycles. You it's gonna come back, to test you, see if you really, fix that challenge. But yeah, that's my weakness, trying to make everybody happy and not making myself happy.
Okay. Yeah. So share your thoughts on social status and popularity.
Social status and popularity.
You have social media out here. Like, what are your thoughts with, I gotta have 20 likes, in an hour. I feel popular when I have this many followers. Like, what are your thoughts on social status and popularity?
With that, I use social media for strictly business now.
Yeah.
I used to get upset if I didn't get a certain amount of likes on my pictures, and I delete it. That was just
That's funny.
That was a
That
insecurity thing. I'm like, oh, they don't like my picture. Delete that.
That
Y'all
is
talking
so
about that's
funny,
crazy.
because
tripping.
you're not the only one.
Yeah.
People still
They still do it.
post for likes. That
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah, because I used to do that. I mean, I tripping. Picture busting. You know what I'm saying? So I delete it. But now, I just use it for strictly business, and I look at the analytics.
Yeah.
But if the analytics isn't doing what I want them to do, then I'll get irritated a little bit, like, dang. Because what we working on is getting our views up to the point where we can monetize it.
Yeah.
So after that, that's cash flow, money coming in, because we getting we getting paid off views now. So we want our views high, we want our engagement high on our social media platforms, because we can monetize it.
How I feel about that, I feel like it creates, number one, it's fake. Like, everything is, I just sit there where I'm like, this is fake. Like, if all this shuts down, then nobody knows you.
Yeah.
Number
Right.
two, it's a very, it messes with people's mental health. Like, it messes with them bad. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like it's a drug. It actually is a drug. You gotta,
It's definitely an addiction.
yeah, you gotta know, cause we definitely changed our way on doing it. We use it strictly for, motivational purposes and business purposes, but people really live a fake life on there. Like, I get on Instagram, I'm like, you really care about likes, and you doing this for likes, and then people followers, like, people
For
don't,
status.
yeah.
All of it's for status.
People have 20,000 followers, don't even have 20,000 saved.
Yeah.
So
That part.
it's fake, and you gotta learn, like, what to use it for and get out. Use it, get out. Don't live through it. That's my advice to everybody that's on social media, because they can shut it down today. Just how they close the world, they can shut down Instagram, and people won't be depressed. Like, oh my God.
Oh yeah. So this is fun, and this is probably going to take some thought, or maybe not. Maybe you guys already thought about this, but what animal represents you?
Somebody asked me that a day at work. That is crazy.
And why?
I say a frog.
Mm.
I say a frog because I'm real chill and I can adapt to anything. A frog could live in cold water and live on land. So yeah, so their body temperature adapts to their environment. And they leap, they jump. I'm springy, I'm chill until you cross me. That's when you done took it there. You know? So I'll say a frog because I'm just so cool, calm, and collected, and I just adapt to anything. I try not to complain. Sometimes I do because it just be too much sometimes. But I try not to complain. But for the most part, I be chilling. I be cooling. But I got that fire in me. That's all. For real, for real.
A bird.
Ooh.
A bird due to the fact my mother named Robin, and they call her Birdie, and that just stick with me.
That's cool.
And when I'm out, I realize birds are in the mix. But if it all falls down, like if stuff go down on here, down on on the ground, birds are up there. And plus, birds are free, and they like to sing. They're vocal and they're free.
Nice. What choices have taught you the biggest lessons?
Ooh, that's the one I gotta think about.
Me catching a case in 2013. I was 14 years old. Caught a second degree assault charge. Got into trouble with the police. I went to court for it. They told me I was supposed to see jail time for it, but that turned my life around for the better because I realized ain't nobody playing out here. These folks ain't playing out here. And why?
Especially with young black or
Right.
black men, people, period.
Right.
Yeah.
So it just crossed my mind. Why was I about to potentially ruin my life? Because that could have been a record that could have been on my record in perpetuity. So why would I risk my life or jeopardize my life for something so stupid that could have just been hashed out with words? That's one. And another, don't live in the present and don't dwell too much on the future and don't dwell too much on the past because that's caused anxiety and depression. That was a big lesson in my life too because I'm an overthinker. So I'm a Capricorn. So I tend to overthink a lot. I like to be punctual. I like to be on point with everything, but I just gotta know that what's meant to be will be. So I just gotta go through life as I'm supposed to go through life. Not saying that I'm supposed to just be a slouch and do nothing, but I gotta do what I gotta do. But whatever come with it, it's gonna come with it.
And to piggyback off of the case, without getting, into the case, he was spit on by a white boy. And I know he just said he could have talked it out, but that's extremely hard because that's like the utmost disrespect. And so, talk what out.
Yeah.
However, he probably went a little too far. At that point, he just kind of lost control, but that was pretty much the situation with that.
What's the question?
So I'm not sure that white boy spit on anybody else after that. The question was, what choices have taught you the biggest lesson?
I got two.
Okay.
Number one, making assumptions and not just asking straight up, because that's how I lost that girl. Gonna leave it just like that. Number two, seeking people validation, because that's what led me down depression and like I said, this is the topic for me tonight. Just I was a person that just wanted to be liked, and I ain't like myself.
Wow.
So those my two my two lessons.
I really hope somehow, some way, this podcast finds this girl, because I think he's mentioned her several times.
Man, she
I
watching.
need her to find this. We need to tag her. we need to ring a bell where she is.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks.
What has been your biggest struggle thus far?
My biggest struggle. What's been my biggest struggle? Learning myself.
Yeah, that's it.
Learning myself.
That's it.
Because
And that's a
so
continual
much.
thing, because again,
Yeah.
I'm in my 40s, and we kind of, it changes
Yeah.
over time. Like we're never stagnant or the same person
Right.
forever. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Okay.
So, but it's great to stay in touch with yourself.
Yeah. I just learning me. That was the biggest struggle, and converting over to being an entrepreneur, because it's not easy. It's not easy. So, but once I just gave up and didn't even care and just went with the flow, everything got.
Felt natural.
It just felt natural. So if somebody, and now I'm in real estate, so, and I'm looking at it from like a regular person's perspective, the stuff that I'm doing, they'll be like, damn, like you gotta do this, okay, and then once you do that, you gotta do this, and then I'm just like, shit, I ain't doing nothing anyway. I might as well just go ahead and do it. Every day I'm always doing something. It's some days I be chilling, but it's never a day where I'm just doing nothing.
Yeah, that's very true. I just asked him over the weekend. I think it was maybe Friday. I'm a light sleeper, but I heard him up like early. I remember hearing him going to bed really late, like sometime in the morning he went to bed, and then I heard him right back up. And I remember going to him and I was like, bro, do you take any days off? He was like, no days off. You know, I'm working all the time, constantly around the clock. Like, he goes to sleep listening to inspirational things or some type of teaching something video, like every night. So it's almost like he's asleep, but he's wanting this stuff to just he's planting this stuff as he's sleeping. Like he has definitely made me proud. Like, and for him not to have had, you know, a specific person to kind of lead him and guide him. I'm very impressed, and I'm just really, really, really proud of what he's trying to do and make of himself. But
I got one more.
okay.
I love life.
Yeah.
I love that was a struggle, because I'm very much in love with this one person, but I can't force nobody to think, to understand everything that I think, or to think the way I think. Like I said, like I mentioned earlier, we both got some growing up to do, and just that time of being in my own thoughts was very challenging. I can't tell you, but it was very challenging. But it made me who I am today, so I can't do nothing but respect it.
You have a struggle with some struggles?
Forgiveness. Not only with people, with myself. Like I used to beat myself up about why I do this, why I do that, and I'm a bad person, but I realized mistakes are part of your search. Not forgiving myself, not forgiving my father for not being there, not forgiving the people that, did me wrong. I just used to hold a lot of, what's that word, anger and bitterness, yeah. Mm-hmm. Once I let that go, life just,
You felt free. You felt like that
I felt
bird.
free, yeah, that bird.
Little birdie.
Yeah, that little birdie. I like that. Yeah, little birdie. Thank you. Little birdie. Yeah. And,
So
yeah.
that's good. That's good. So I'm at the end of the questions. But I always play games. I have a game for you guys. I'm gonna name a word and just You give me a one-word response of what comes to mind when I give you this word. Whatever comes to mind. It's one word though. Okay. Police.
Watch.
What is it? what is it?
You said one word. I said,
one word.
I said watch them, but I guess it's watch.
Okay.
Careful.
Female.
Cherish.
Oh man. I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Okay. Mom.
Love.
Can it be the same one or I got
No, it's whatever.
No.
Dad.
Missing. Oh, that's 2 words.
That's fine.
I know.
That's fine.
Build.
Build. Sex.
What's the word? It's not a word. It's I want to say something. It's not.
One word. Sex. What's the first thing come to your mind? One word.
Oh man.
Selective.
Unimportant.
Sister.
Me.
Crazy.
Music.
Life.
Me.
Future.
Bright.
Free.
Ooh, I like that.
Love.
Unconditional.
Mandatory.
Life.
Live.
Enjoy.
Faith.
Strong.
Walk.
That's good. Hate.
Back.
Later.
Failure.
Lesson.
Lesson.
Media.
Business.
You said media?
Media.
Tool.
Awesome. Okay, those are good. I like that. All right, so I wrap it up with a nightcap.
Yeah.
A nightcap is someone who is not necessarily someone you take in the bed and pounding. It could be. You choose your nightcap. But it can be someone inspirational, someone who touched your life, someone you look up to, someone you admire. It can be whatever your nightcap is. And I'll go first while y'all think of y'all nightcap. Tonight, my nightcap is Kevin Hart. Like, he is just, Kevin Hart, he's funny, obviously. But he's very intelligent, he's witty. I don't want to use the word multitask, but he's talented in so many ways, you know, on stage, in movies, just talking to someone one-on-one. I love Kevin Hart, and I just watched his latest movie, Fatherhood, this past weekend, and it just even made me feel even, stronger about him. So I know he's made mistakes, and his personal life ain't perfect, but none of ours are. So I'm not throwing no stones, But Kevin Hart is my nightcap. I'm capping it with Kevin Hart.
My nightcap, man. My B-Day right here. My brother right here. Even though we may get on each other's nerves, I honestly can say I wouldn't be where I'm at if we never locked in. I would not be where I'm at if we never locked in. We iron sharpen iron. We teach each other. So that's my nightcap.
Okay.
You had 2, or it's gotta be 1?
No, I mean you want. You can do a threesome.
Goes.
Same thing what Brody said, bro. Iron sharpen iron. He's the only one other than Freak. He not here. You barely gonna see him. 'Cause His name's Freak. That just sounds like he just move around too much. He understand me. A lot of people don't understand me. They like, oh, this nigga different. You know, the way I think, the way I talk, the way I move. So that's number one. Number two, like I said, that girl, I'm not gonna say her name. She was a teacher. I look at her as a teacher. She taught me. She was very heavy on self-love. I didn't understand self-love. I thought self-love was being cocky and conceited, but now she used to always say, get comfortable being uncomfortable. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And I started, everything she taught me, I see now that she gone. She was a teacher. She was more than a friend, more than a, all that's over here. The reason why I miss her so much because she was a teacher. And I realized, when I met her, I realized not every girl you should just get with just to, get your rocks off. You gotta realize everybody, including females, are teachers. So she made me, appreciate people more. She brought the better side of me out.
Nice. We're gonna find this girl, people.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So tell our viewers where they can follow you, your business page, whatever you wanna put out there, so that y'all can get some more followers. You got social media pages. What are your social media pages?
You can follow one of my business pages at Tracy Deuce _baby, TRACY_DEUCE_BABY. That's gonna have my music on there, me popping my pop. So I'll be talking about it, you know what I'm saying? I'll be spitting game to the youngins out here. And you can follow my clothing brand, Swag, SHWAGG, clothing. Oh, it's Swag _clothing. So you can follow them 2 tags right there for me.
Where can they find you, Crazy?
You can find me at Crazy with a K, KRAZY, Montana on Instagram. And you can follow the labels page. Everything Bad Entertainment. ENT on Instagram for the latest, updates on what we doing. And you can find our music and my music on my page too, Crazy Montana. And yeah, that's it. Same thing for YouTube, Crazy Montana with a K. Everything is Crazy Montana. Just type that in.
Right.
With a K, not a C.
With a K.
All platforms, our music is everywhere. Pandora, Apple Music, Spotify, everything. Tracy Deuce, all one word. That's for me. Crazy Montana. Crazy with a K. Space Montana.
Nice. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
This was great. I really enjoyed it. So guys, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. And we'll see you in 2 weeks. Toodles.